Welcome everyone. This is the second Thursday open mic at Chestnut Center. I'm Ryan, the host. Met a lot of you already. We're just going to jump right into it here. We've got Dan playing some acoustic guitar songs.
My name is Dan. This is the first time I've played anywhere in a long time, so hopefully I'm not too rusty. Going to start off with a song by Bruce Springsteen. It's called Glory Days. I was walking in and he was walking out.
so I just learned this Golden Slumber song a little bit ago. Hopefully it'll be okay. The Beatles, you know. So I'm gonna try this cover first. I usually do a lot of my own original songs, so okay. So once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry. And I will sing a lullaby. Oh man, this is not the best ever, guys. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Golden slumbers fill your eyes. Smiles await you when you rise. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry. And I will sing a lullaby. All right, wow.
That's a higher note than
Yeah,
most
I
people.
know, but that's the thing, the key, I think the key is just not quite right, but.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me adjust this.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna do an original song. This one's all about unity. It's called We're One. You are you, and I am me. But if they are them, then who are we? We're all spinning round on a ball around the sun. Some think we're different, might think we're different, but we're one. They might think we're different, but we're one. Together we are, together we be. Even if they are them, they are with us, you see. 'Cause we're all spinning round on a ball around the sun. Some think we're different, they might think we're different, but we're one. You might think we're different, but we're one. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm better at doing my own songs sometimes. Maybe it's just because I like to do it. I don't know. Let me see here. I'm gonna do this other song song that's all about, being resilient and doing good stuff in a good way. It's called Second Wind. Confusion tearing me apart. I want to find a better start. Am I broken? Words unspoken. But I think I found my second wind. My second wind. Exhaustion pulling spirits down and constantly wearing a frown. Is this ending? Disaster pending. But I think I found my second wind. My second wind. There's nothing left to do but hope and pray. It's looking like I'm through, but not today. Soon I'll be knocking off your socks and thinking smarter like a fox. Time to be brilliant and resilient, because I think I found my second wind. My second wind. There's nothing left to do but hope and pray. It's looking like I'm through, but not today. Because I think I found my second wind. My second wind. Yeah, I think I found my second wind. My second wind. All right. Well, I was thinking about doing this one, so maybe I'll do this one. It's a song I wrote a long time ago, but then I revised it. It's not super happy, but I hope you guys like it anyway. This is called Sometimes I'm Afraid. Sometimes I'm afraid. All right, I got that one working. Okay. Sometimes I'm afraid. Oh man, maybe I better not do this one. I can't even get the right key. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna do a different one. Okay. Here's one that I just recently put a recording out there. It's a medley of 3 of my little short songs that I did a while back when I was writing little songs for my brother, Leif, in Salem, Oregon. He's disabled, and he was the one who inspired me to just start writing some songs every day, just for fun, something different. So, here's my medley of 3 songs. What if I could just be happy with a positive spin and never let the bitterness sink in? I could tackle any problem, always in control, and everyone would think that I was gold. But at this point in my life, I want something more. I don't care show for you here, but
It's that whole scheduled life thing.
it is. It's that scheduled life thing. When you were talking like that, I'm like, this is just too much like my life. You know?
You're welcome.
It's really true. All right, one more for you.
I got a single bill later.
From the moment life is formed, there's a little spark of light. Sometimes it grows and develops. Sometimes it gives up the fight. Here we are, alive so far. Why are we here, living in fear? The void will appear, lost in the jungle, looking for our people. Love's the strongest power that we ever will feel. Spend a lifetime to define it. What makes love something real? Is it the pain when alone we remain? I think it's the joy in a little girl or boy, a memory nothing can destroy. That feeling of being safe, of being wanted, being cared for. All right, thank you very much.
Music over the years, but the one instrument I started with when I was just a 5-year-old kid was the piano, and kind of come back to it in recent years, and it's just been kind of a fun exploration for me, just to kind of see what I can come up with. A lot of the stuff I do is kind of drone based, so it sort of sounds, well, repetitive, maybe a little boring at times, but it's kind of meant to be listened to like in the background as you're reading, studying, driving, whatever. So I didn't get a chance to do a whole lot of practicing this month on account of being out of the country, but I will try to cobble together a little performance for you. Just one more. Okay, so I didn't have a lot of chance to practice.
Um, this is called Meet a House. As I sit in this small room waiting in a large building in Milwaukee, I'm watching all these girls walking up and down the stairs wearing these backpacks. I glance down at mine. I'm wondering, where have all these backpacks been? Where have they gone? Who have they seen? All different colors, different brands. As I sit and watch, I picture them individually. Who dropped her off? Did she walk or take the bus? What side of town was this backpack living? Or someone's couch? Her own apartment? Or on the street corner, hustling drugs, or her body? All these different backpacks belonging somewhere. And now this backpack sits here feeling tired, almost relieved, and now safe. I'm slowly taking off my blindfold peeling off all the ugliness that my burnt eyes had seen. I find myself again in a secluded place hid within the city, only for the sick and mad. Bruises all over my body, a stitched up central line on my neck. My throat hurts and has a constant cough because of the intubator that was shoved down my throat. Okay. My body feels like it's been strung up on hooks in the freezer, waiting for the end, the butcher. And then, well now, the next time that you're not feeling so well, you should really bring your health cards with you. My reply, yes, the next time that I commit suicide, I'll surely bring them with me. That's all.
This is a poem that I wrote. Its theme is fall, okay? As the spider webs go wafting through the air and the leaves are crackling beneath my feet, the black cats are getting restless. The broom is not for sweeping.
Many people say I'm funny. I tell them I'm not. There is no way that I'm funny. I mean, all I do is look at things and I look at activities and things that are going on. We have a government here. Everybody says that the government is not working. I have to agree with them. I mean, they've been trying for how many years? We haven't had anything working out yet. We haven't had good reform, bad reform, anything in politics. I mean, when Congress goes on a break or an activity or relaxation, they hate to have their, you might say their debates. Well, the last debate has lasted 40-some days, and they haven't figured out whether they're doing it right or not. What they asked them to do was simply not ask for a raise, and they kept asking for a raise. And as soon as they didn't ask for a raise, they finally decided that they were going to pass it. And then they still didn't pass it because it's coming due again. So we have a government that isn't taking place of taking care of the public. So who's supposed to take care of the public? Well, we're supposed to take care of the public. The public isn't doing anything right. And how do you have the public take care of things? Well, you're supposed to go over to your neighbor, but of course you can't go to your neighbor because you don't know your neighbor. So then of course you've got to go to your relatives, and then of course your relatives are always busy, so then you don't have any time to know your relatives. So who's taking care of them? Well, you're taking care of yourself, I guess, because we have no ability to take care of anyone else because we're having a hard enough time taking care of ourselves. I mean, I'll get up in the morning and I'll decide that I have to comb my hair, or I have to decide to take a shower, or I have to go to the bathroom, and by the time I get done doing that, I'm supposed to be on my way to work, but I'm already late because my work was 15 minutes ago, and I'm still in the shower. So we have to get done with the shower, but to get done with the shower, you have to have your clothes ready, but of course your clothes aren't ready because they're in the laundry, or at least the ones you want are in the laundry. So you get done with the laundry and you get back to getting dressed, and by the time you get dressed, you realize you forgot something. Now, what did you forget? I don't know. Maybe you forgot your lunch. Maybe you forgot your toast. And then you realize you forgot your breakfast, but you're already at work. So then you have to wait before you're able to get your lunch. But your lunch isn't there because you remembered breakfast. So you end up having your noon meal when you're having your breakfast, and you have your breakfast when you had your lunch, but you had your lunch because your breakfast was there at your noon meal. So you haven't decided whether you've eaten, made it to work, or gone to sleep. Because by the time you're done with your lunch and your breakfast, and your breakfast and your lunch, and your lunch and your noon meal, and your breakfast back over to your lunch, and your noon meal is finally there when you're going to bed. So you've decided you went to bed without eating breakfast. But then you remember you had your breakfast at lunch, but you forgot your breakfast. So, I don't know, tell me, have you decided to eat your breakfast when your noon meal was at lunch, or when your lunch was at breakfast, or when you're going to bed?
Did you get dressed?
You forgot to get dressed. That was still in the laundry, and you showered and took care of your dressing. It's a good thing you worked at home. Because if you didn't work at home, you'd probably be in jail because you never got dressed.
Somebody wants to say something.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, how about just have brunch? Because that seems like and then get it.
That's too complicated. Don't ask me for something I don't know what to have.
I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, brunch would be great.
Because it kind of would shorten all that.
But see, you're supposed to be running a scheduled life. Everybody is trying to run a scheduled life. That's why you're supposed to go over to your neighbor, but you don't make it over to your neighbor because you don't know your neighbor. Does anybody know their neighbor?
Yeah.
You know a few of them.
A couple.
A couple of them. Are they home all the time? No, so you're still in the rut, because you didn't make it home. You didn't make it to your neighbors. Your neighbor might have been able to schedule your day because you don't know where your day started. Or did it? I have to question, did your day actually start? We don't know. So we finally get to go to bed, which is probably about the only place that is safe for our life. Because if you never make it up in the morning, you don't have to worry about breakfast, you don't have to worry about lunch, you don't have to worry about what you did during the job. And you found out you missed the beginning of the job because you finally came in at breakfast. So I don't know. Do we make it at breakfast, or do we make it at lunch, or do we make it at home? And then you find out somebody called and you forgot to catch the call. And they were asking you to go to breakfast. So, I mean, how do we do these days? I mean, we're no different than the government, which still hasn't figured out whether they're coming or going because they're still back in debates. And they have their debate to finish. Yeah, they passed the referendum, so we've got another, 90 days before they're back in lunch?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have to ask them, have they gotten up for breakfast? Or are they still in bed? Thank you.
I wanted to tell you something that happened to me the other day because most of my life is just plain funny. I went to the pharmacy and I have to, get a prescription, and there's a lot of people in there and they're waiting a long time. So I always strike up conversations with people, whether they want me to or not. But anyway, I was talking to this gal and she said, oh, here's what's going on. My mom is out in the car and she is waiting, and we thought we'd be home by now, but we've already been here waiting inside the pharmacy about 30 minutes, and it doesn't look like the line is moving at all. And I said, yeah, I know. I said, I didn't know if you were ahead of me or behind me, so I didn't know if I was supposed to I don't want to cut in front of people, that's the thing. So we're talking away, and she said, my mom's out in the truck waiting. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, it's been a while. So then her mom comes in, and she says, I don't know if we should call Jim because it's been taking quite a while. And she said, well, what did you tell Jim? Like, when is he expecting you? And she said, I don't, maybe a half hour, maybe an hour and a half ago, whatever. And she says, well, I don't know about it. And this is me. I think you should call Jim. You should absolutely call Jim. Because I jump in and I do that stuff. And I think she called Jim. but I'm not totally sure. But anyway, I decided tonight that rather than prepare things that I would trust myself to be funny. And before, when I was just making those offhand comments, everyone was laughing, and now I'm here, and y'all seem kind of like, maybe we will, maybe we won't. When I first started thinking about doing comedy, somebody said, you know what, I'm not brave enough, but you go ahead. It's like, well, that implies some sort of fear. I'm supposed to be afraid, right? And sometimes you are, but you know, really it's about life, and if you can find humor in life. But I did worry a little bit as I was listening to the beautiful poetry and the songs. I thought, I feel kind of guilty. You know, maybe I don't want to make people laugh because, you know, that'll be my disclaimer. It's like, I'm really not trying because those are hard acts to follow, and they're, you know, we'll just, you know, we'll be somber instead. How about that? So,
The somber comedian.
What's that?
The somber comedian.
Yeah, that's me. Well, who was that one who was such a deadpan, you know, like, well, last week, 4 years ago, there was one, was Stephen Wright or somebody like that?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, okay, well, I'm not him. But Theresa, I have to tell you, we have a lot of escapades together. And this past week, I was trying to get tickets for a play that both of my nephews were in Wausau, Sweeney Todd. I didn't realize it was such a dark story, which is probably good because I would not have gone. So anyway, I tried to make an account for this Purple Pass thing, and I tried 4 times, and it always says, forgot password? I'm like, okay, fine, I'll put a new one in. And you put that in, and then a little while later it says, forgot password. I'm like, I did not forget the password. You guys forgot the password. I have put this in here 4 times, and then I tried 4 different ones, so at some point I thought, I've got 4 different accounts here. So I kind of left the phone on, because it was also a new phone, and I wasn't real sure about what to press or whatever. Teresa says, I can help you with that. So just come on over. She grabs my phone, and she starts to press. I don't let her even get her finger. I'm like, stop, because you don't know my phone. I don't even know my phone. So she's like, but this is how it works. So somehow it took one of those passwords and made an account for me. So then she starts pressing things. And you can imagine the 2 of us on the couch are like, stop, don't. She's like, but this is how it goes. I'm like, you don't know that. And we went on and on. I don't know how long it took us. And the things like, you know, it's like, well, now look. Now it says choose a seat. It's like, where? It says press this in the corner. It's like, well, we can't find that. It was all grayed out. And then we finally get a map, and we pick our seats, and we get 10 and 12. And I said, oh no, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be somebody sitting between me and my friend. And she said, no, look on the picture, it looks like they're right together. And I said, I know, but that's a pretty small picture for a pretty big room, right? So anyway, we went, I don't know, there's one more thing that happened. Oh yeah, we had to print them out. Now, Theresa does not hear well. So I asked her, well, you know, do you have a printer? She's like, yeah, it's in the back room. Like, okay. And she said, I don't know if it's working or not. So I'm trying to listen, and we're both still laughing. We're like, was there a sound back there? What is it? So we ran down the hallway, and we were both staring at this printer, like, what's gonna come out? What's gonna come out? And it slowly starts going. I'm like, does that look like a ticket to you? I don't know, it's kind of big. So it keeps coming out, and it's like, yes, that's a ticket. Only one. I'm like, okay, now what, smart ass? You know, you're the one who said, let's do this, and I can know how. So she said, well, I think maybe if I press this. I'm like, I think when you press this, I'm going to end up buying like 10 tickets because you press that thing 10 times. And there's going to be this big thing where it says, buy tickets, and that'll be this big number, and I won't be able to get out of it. And if I try to get out of it, I won't even get 1 ticket. So anyway, but she pressed something, and it started again. And the same ticket came out. And I thought, oh no, this can't be right. And we're just like, oh please, Lord, let these be tickets. In fact, she even emailed this to me, and I wrote on the subject line, this better be tickets. And anyway, though, the more we waited, the second one came out, and it was a different one. So thankfully, but you know, sometimes it's one of those things where you would have had to have been there, because it's more fun. And unlike being here, where you're supposed to be laughing, you know, that's, or you could be somewhere else. But the thing that really made me mad is that when we got there, I mean, I'm clutching my tickets, and I put them in my purse, and I've, you know, kept them safe. You know, this is Saturday, I think the show was on Sunday, and I put them in my purse, and when I was praying in church, I always said, Jesus, please let those be the right tickets. And we got there, and I had my tickets, and I'm like, I have my tickets. She's like, oh yeah, that's fine. She don't look at them. It's like, all of that. It's just like, oh, nuts. But I do know how to use my phone a little bit better now. But I don't order things online because I worry about that kind of stuff. And I'm right to worry about it. So, what else was funny? Well, I also thought about asking people in the crowd questions, because I'm pretty good at responding and saying something funny, but I guess there's no, there's not like a wireless mic that we could have out there for you, so.
Sorry.
Sorry. Okay, all right. So let me just ask,
Actually, there is a wireless mic right there.
It's
Teresa,
well,
right next to you.
it won't go through the speakers, but it will go to that.
oh, well, I
Yeah.
well, okay, but I won't be able to.
Here.
Yeah,
You-
I can do this? He thinks I can do this. I'm starting to think I can.
All right. You can walk.
So I can walk around.
Walk around.
So I can walk around. Okay.
Try not to-
Is anybody afraid if I come over to you and ask you something? Anybody afraid? No. Well, I know Michelle, and she's actually been here with me. So she's my friend, and how's my close-up look? Really good? Is this my hair? All right. That's the only reason I came over here. Was just to find out. Okay. So you seem to be happy tonight. What's going on in your life? And you've got to lean forward because this cord isn't long.
Because I'm here with my good friends, my wife.
Does your wife know that they're good friends of yours?
Are you friends with
Who?
Ruby?
Ruby? Never heard of her. No, I am.
They're different kids.
No, Ruby is, and actually Ruby is the one I went to the show with. Yeah. So how do you know Ruby? Is she a friend of yours? What?
Pole dancing.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good story. I'm gonna go back up here and tell that story. My friend Ruby had a birthday party, her 70th birthday party, and we had to wear our name tags, and we had to write how we knew her. So for mine, I put down pole dancing. I mean, for her, that she was the pole dancer. Now, the reason for that, and then of course I had to explain it to everybody, what it was is we had both decided to take a ballroom dancing class, right? And it said no partner needed. So we get there, everybody has a partner except this strange lady, Ruby, and I. She had her hair all fluffy, and she always wears some kind of a bow or flower in her hair, and I just thought, she's kind of odd. But anyway, she was the only other person, and she's like, okay, she said, I'll be your partner, I'll be the man, she said. And I said, okay, now it's starting to sound a little weird, but okay, at least I got somebody to dance with. And the instructor said that they were going to like cut in, and like the husband would dance with one of us and the wife would dance with the other one. Okay, well what happened is I don't know if we were doing so well that they thought they didn't need us, or maybe we were doing so badly that they thought we can't help them, maybe they'll quit at the end of this time. But anyway, I guess the thing about being the man is that you're supposed to be the leader. So you're kind of like pushing the woman, I don't mean pushing her around, but you're taking one step forward and then the woman takes one step back. And there's little things you can do, like put your hand on their back and you kind of do that. Well, I guess I didn't know those finer points, and I probably ended up trying to lead because I wasn't sure if she knew what she was doing. I mean, anyway. So we end up running into one of those columns. It's a marble column at the university. Now, it's not funny to say, I met you column dancing. So this is kind of the punchline is that Ruby doesn't have a real big vocabulary, and sometimes she gets the words wrong, so that's why she says, Dixie and I were dancing, and she pushed me right into a pole. So because she said that, that's what she is from now on. She's my pole dancer. So thanks for reminding me of that. Yeah.
That's really good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else have something? You? You're my friend also.
What do you want?
What do I want? You mean what do I want you to say?
Yeah, what do you want me to say?
Well, you just said you were my friend, so you could say something nice.
Okay. Don't tell him about the time I broke my hand then. Don't tell him that.
Your what?
My hand. My
Your
wrist.
hand? I never knew that you broke your
You were
hand.
there.
I was there?
Yeah, when I had cancer and I broke my hand and I needed some help.
Oh, yes, of course. Now I
Don't tell him
remember.
that though.
No, I won't, because that's a very personal story. So, yeah, that's good. All right.
My life is an open book. I don't care.
It's an open songbook. And you are good at singing. But we did talk about using that as kind of a, comic relief, maybe where we'd sing, and then if it wasn't good, we'd say, yeah, that it's supposed to be funny. It's like the Smothers Brothers.
You had to help me put my clothes on.
Oh, I don't know that story.
It's kind of funny.
The story of me helping her put her clothes on. I don't know. I thought that was kind of, people
You're
get.
not a comedian.
Well, apparently I'm not either at this point. So I can tell you that Teresa was one of the people who encouraged me to do some comedy. And I went to her house. This would have been like before last month, because I'll be here every 15 minutes, every other month or something. That's my, but she said, well, why don't you just get up and do something? And I said, well, I'm not ready. She said, well, comedy is like that. It's spontaneous, right? So I said, okay. And I started telling her this story called Rent a Granddaughter, where I called my granddaughter, who was probably 11 or 12, and I said, hello, is this Rent a Granddaughter? And she said, why, yes, it is. And I said, do you have any granddaughters to rent? Because I love it when she comes to stay at my house, right? So she said, why, yes, we have 3. And I thought, 3? I have 1 granddaughter. Who is she farming out? Who are these other people? I thought, you know what, I'll catch her in this, that she thinks she's going to be funny. I said, oh, tell me about all 3 of them. So she starts out by saying, one of them is real crabby. I thought, okay. One of them is like half crabby and half nice. Then the other one is nice all of the time, as long as she gets her way. It's like, oh, I've got a lot of choices there. I'm sure the only one that I can get is the one that she is. So I said, okay, well, how much does she cost? And she said, $10. I said, well, does she do dishes? She does not. And I said, well, I think that's kind of high. I think I'm just going to call around to the other agencies. Now I'm thinking she's going to say, no, wait, Grandma. This is what she says. Okay, thank you for calling. Goodbye. I'm like, okay, now I got to one-up her, right? So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going to let her sweat, right? But after about 20 minutes, I thought, she knows there's no other agencies. She's the only one, right? So she's the one I'm going to have to call back. So I called back and I said, this is the lady who called a little while ago, and I would like that 3rd model that you said. She's like, I'll have to check and see if she's still in stock. Like, stock? She has an agency, now she has a stock room. She says, I'll have to check with my manager. It's like, now she's got a manager too? Well, I realized that checking with her manager meant her yelling to her mom saying, Mom, Grandma wants me to come over. That's the manager, right? Okay. So we get to that point, and I say, the other ones are only $5. And she said, well, we just happen to have a sale. The one that you wanted is on clearance. Like, I'll bet it is. Because she's supposed to clean her room. Now, she doesn't want to clean her room, but we all know that if I go pick her up, her mom will say, oh, that's all right. You can go. She'll be kind of mad because she'll feel like I kind of manipulated this or whatever. Because I'll say, I promise she'll clean her room when we come back. I'll help her. We'll get it done. Okay. But I thought, I can't resist having a little more fun with her. So I said, do you deliver? And she said, no, because of the price. And I said, well, I can't pick up. I can't pick you up because my car's in the shop. I thought, what's she gonna do now? Okay. So this is what she says. She's like, Mom, Grandma fell. Like, what? I'm on the other end of the line. I'm thinking, she's pretty manipulative. And of course, my daughter is very upset, right? She's like, what? Oh, we better get over there. And she's like, well, she did fall, but it's not that bad. So we don't have to go right now. But she does need me to come over. It's like, how are you really making this work for you, aren't you? So, and we're almost at the punchline here, and I feel like I have to tell people because I feel like, you know, I think it's funny, and I know when it's gonna end here, but none of you know, so I'm kind of like preparing you for the fact that, you know, we're getting closer, getting closer. So, anyway, eventually her mom brings her over, and they drive in the driveway, and of course, my car's not in the shop. So this is what happens, and again, punchline. My daughter looks at my granddaughter and says, "You lied to me." And Adia looks at me and says, "You lied to me." So it's like, wasn't this all just one big lie? How is it my fault? And here's the thing. She's happy because she gets to come over to my grandma's. Her mom is happy because she gets rid of her for a little while, even if the room doesn't get clean. I get her, and somehow she's the one who wins. She wins through all of that. So thank you very much. I appreciate you listening to my stories.
I want to tell you a story first about how music brings people together. I was about 22 years old, long time ago, and I was having a breakdown, and they put me in the hospital. And they took everything, you know, they take everything out of the room and everything. And my mom came by to see me. She actually flew up from Texas. And she said, "Where's her guitar?" And they said, "Oh, she can't have her guitar. She might take the strings and use them around her neck or something." And I said, "I wouldn't do that to my guitar." But anyway, my mom said, "Well, you better give her her guitar. That's what's going to make her feel better." So I started playing in my room, and then the nurse said, "You need to come out and play in the main part." And I said, "Oh, I play sad songs. People don't want to hear that." And she said, "You'd be surprised." So I went out there and I played, and people started to gather around and just looking for a break from something. And there was a man sitting there who never spoke at all or hardly moved while he was there. And I was playing, and all of a sudden he said, "Do you know Ghost Riders in the Sky?" Well, I just happened to know it. And he started to sing, and everybody started to just, it was like we forgot where we were. We were just having a good time. And then at the end, this young man came up to me and he said, "Do you know how to play the Rose?" And I said, "I love that song, but I don't know how it goes." And so he wrote the words down for me, and his wrists were all wrapped up because he had tried to kill himself, cutting both of his wrists. And he gave me the song, and I'll never forget that, and how music just kind of changed at least a moment or a day for us. So this is the Rose. I rarely sing other people's songs, but this one's special. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your heart it's actually a true story. And the story's in the song, so I won't have to explain it. When I moved into the country, I knew I'd found my style, except for an isolated of a lone pine. My dad said he would buy it and take it off my hands if I threw in the Lord's split. He'd haul it off my land. Mom and Dad came twice a month, and each long they would split. When the pickup truck was low, in my house they'd come and sit. I got to know my folks through the laughter and some tears, and I had a second chance to make up all those years. Though they came every month, that pile never changed. Not until I was sure that my parents loved me. By cutting down those trees, God was making us a door, and the old wood was closer than before. Oh, they came but the pile never changed. Not until I was sure that my parents loved me. By cutting down those trees, God was making us a door, and the old wood was closer than before. Yes, an old wood was closer than before. Thank you. And this one I wrote in 2002, and I still like it today, even though you may notice a little, every now and then, there's a little older things said. It's called Your Debt Was Already Paid. How much do I owe you? How much of my debt is due? I know it's a lot and I don't have much, but here's what I can give you. I can give trying to think of a song here. And this is the one for some reason my kids like best. And wrote it, I think it's like wrote it a long time ago. Probably 2 years after I graduated. You know, you're kind of, when you're that young, you're kind of into hot cars and all that stuff. And so I wrote a song. It's called, I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's called The Black Corvette. One fine day I was traveling alone, happier than the sunshine. Not a trouble to speak of, and I knew the world was mine. It was in a town in Iowa, a little place in the hills. I saw your face in a brand new car, looking to kill. But that car was a black Corvette. I knew you had a white Mustang, so I told myself it's just in my mind. Oh, I wanted to follow that Corvette. I wanted to see you soar, but I knew you had a white Mustang, so I watched that Corvette go. When I reached home, I was still thinking hard about that black Corvette, until I saw a note on my door. This is what it said: I came to visit you, but you were not home. I got a job in a brand new car. Oh, I wanted to see you so, but now I'm going to Oregon, where I'll start my new job. And I'll write you anyway, so there's no reason to regret. Wait till you read about my 1970 shiny black Corvette. Oh, I wanted to see you Corvette. I wanted to see you so, but I knew you had a white Mustang, so I watched that Corvette go. Just one street right away.
So you never did get the black Corvette then?
Pardon me?
You never did get the black Corvette then?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. Something else. Dixie, you want to come up and sing with me?
I do not.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
We tried this
We
before.
realize we're like the
Come on,
Spooners
Dixie, Dixie.
brothers. I sing a little
We
bit.
tried
I
this.
just kind of end up.
What, if we laugh, are you going to be sad?
No, I'll be happy. She might be sad.
You gotta get on this side.
Oh, that's right. She's got one good ear.
Not
It's
all
that
very
one.
good, actually. It's a, yeah.
What, I don't know what.
Well, she doesn't have a horn, so you don't have to worry about the ears, you can still hear.
Yes.
Okay, what?
I don't, I just said yes because it seemed like the right thing to say. What song did you want to do?
I didn't have anything in mind.
Didn't have anything in mind, huh?
Let's see, Down in the Valley, or what did we do the other day?
Well, we were trying to sing Down in the Valley, right? And then it said something about flowers,
That was
hours
Yeah,
and
what?
flowers. That was
Valley, Red River Valley.
Oh, yeah, let's try that.
Let's try that.
Okay.
From this valley, they say you are going. Your bright eyes and sweet smile. Oh, they say
Over here.
you are taking the sunshine. That's bright in our pathway a while. Second verse.
That's the second verse?
Come and sit by my side if you love me.
I don't think that was good.
Not hasten to bid me adieu. For they say you are taking the sunshine. Forgot about the
Cowboy, yes. Cowboy was Lumpty Soldier. Cowboys in the Band.
sit by my side.
I'm not going
I
there.
just have to sit.
I'm just gonna check. You keep going.
Do you want to look at
You do what? That's okay, I'm already there. I'm almost there. Just keep playing.
They're not the smallest brothers, but I don't know if we gotta find a name first.
I got a name for us.
I got lyrics here. The help?
You got the words?
Well, now we have no excuse.
Thank goodness.
Okay, but I don't have my glasses.
Oh dear.
My glasses. I have to get my glasses.
Oh my goodness. It's gonna probably like turn the screen off while you're doing that. Oh my
Everybody
goodness.
can join me on this.
Use my
This
phone.
land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
Water? You never said you needed water. What was I supposed to get you? Is your water? What?
I can't sing if I got a dry mouth.
Oh, man, I can barely get underneath this.
Lexi, seriously, I don't think you could have made this fit any better. If you tried.
That's not a good idea.
Well, come on.
Maybe I should have asked Sandy to bring me back.
Yeah, why couldn't Sandy have brought the water? Sandy's over there by the water already. Thanks a lot, Sandy. And I don't know what words I was gonna use.
Yeah, no, I guess it's a different song now.
That's okay, you just keep reminding us.
There you go. Visiting in the middle of our song.
Visiting? Yeah, we have fun all the time, except,
No.
This is great, like, nothing has to be polished here, right?
Well, it's even worse because I can't hear a single thing.
you can't hear me singing?
Well, sometimes I can.
Just look
That's
at
why
her
I've
face
got her
like,
on my
oh,
bed
yeah.
here.
Oh, that's why she wants me on this side, or because this is the
See, they
bad?
said I could hear her.
But the way,
Okay, let's try enough water valley.
Okay.
Where'd the words go?
oh, that's the song that she had there, the Red River Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Can
I
you-
just realized I
All
just
right.
now started
Let's start
recording. I
over.
missed all that other stuff.
She missed all.
I'm so sorry.
Let's just start over.
Just start
If
over.
anybody wants to help us, feel free, because we need relaxing.
Yeah, help, please help.
You want the River Valley one?
From this valley, they say, you are going. That was, all right. So what do you mean now?
There's something about some flowers in the song, but
Oh,
we
that's
don't know.
different.
The other thing is, see, being deaf, all my life, I learned a lot of songs with the wrong words in them, which is why I write most of my music.
Yeah, because then she can't get the words wrong.
Right, right.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what song you're talking about.
I do, what?
What song are you talking about?
Down in the valley.
Isn't that?
This is Red River Valley.
Okay. All right. I don't know how it goes.
Yes, you do. That takes us a waltz.
Down in the valley so low, hang your head over, hear the wind blow, hear the wind blow, dear, hear the wind
We're supposed to sing it together. We didn't practice that part.
hang your head over, hear the wind blow.
The jail part.
Bring it. Go ahead, I'll follow.
Write me a letter, send it by mail,
Yeah, because that rhymes with jail.
send it in Birmingham jail.
I just thought she would be really neat if she came up and sang.
It would be good.
She's
too.
got the
But,
voice.
but then who's going to record us?
Probably be better
If we weren't?
if we weren't being.
How about she comes up and sings and I go record us?
Oh, you guys, I'm
No,
getting
no, no.
tired. I gotta go home and go to sleep now.
All right, fine. Do we have anything else? We did? Or do we want to just, well, we could just stop.
We could just stop, yeah.
We could just stop. Can we just stop? Are they falling asleep? That's what happened with my comedy too.
I know.
She fell asleep.
Oh,
Fall
it's not
asleep.
your fault. I just get up early.
Oh. I didn't think this was about her at all, but apparently. So,
Yeah,
anyway,
we're gonna stop.
we're gonna stop.
While we're, I don't even know where we're at, but
We're not ahead.
I'm gonna say while we're ahead.
And I can't, but,
Thank you.
yes.
Stop while you're ahead.
That's what I like about all the time.
Yeah. It's too bad I missed that earlier comedy.
Yeah, because I think that part was probably good.
All right. I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you all for coming. I hope you can make it next month as well. I believe it's,
Sounds good.
yeah, I think it's the 11th.